What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're out at Patoka Lake, goofing around. Got off work early today. It's right after Christmas, and thought we'd come down here, throw an Alabama rig around, see if we catch a few bass. I want to talk to you a little bit about my A-rig setup. I know you've seen me throw an A-rig lately quite often, and it's really new to me. I mean, even though it's been around for years, I've just not been a big fan of the A-rig until I found this little dude. This by far is my favorite little A-rig, and this is a Yum Flash Mob Junior. And the reason I didn't like the old A-rigs is they were so big and bulky, and just I wanted something that was more compact. I mean, I can fish this bait. Basically, it's light wire. I can fish it like a spinnerbait if I want to. So I'll kind of give you my setup. I don't throw it on braid. I either throw it on 25-pound fluorocarbon or I'll throw it on 20-pound mono. And there's so many different ways to set up an Alabama rig, or in this case a Flash Mob Junior. In Indiana, you have to check your local your local laws. In Indiana, we're only allowed 3 hooks. So I've got a little hitchhiker here to my swim bait. So basically just a little corkscrew hitchhiker that goes into my swim bait, no hook. And I do that on the top 2. So if your state only allows you 3 hooks, I typically do it on the top 2, because when they're feeding on an Alabama rig, most of the time they're feeding up. So they're coming up to the bait. You're throwing it above them a lot of times. So that's why I want my hooks on the bottom. So a 3-inch swim bait is what I would typically go with. In the back, sometimes you can go a little bit bigger. What I will do most of the time is I'll keep it the same size, I just change the color. Water's pretty stained today, so I decided to go with more of a chartreuse colored swim bait in the back. And sometimes I'll switch brands so that this one will have just a little bit different action. Not necessary, but that's what I like to do. So as far as the lead head size, I like to use something with a 3/0 hook in it. You could get away with a 2/0, but I like a 3/0 hook. And deeper in that 8 to 12 foot range with this, then I'm going to step that up to probably 3/8 to 1/2 ounce. So a little bit deeper. But I still like to keep it with a 3/0 hook at the biggest. Don't like to get too much bigger than that. They tend to tangle pretty bad. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make with an Alabama rig is where these wires come out of the body. People have a tendency to really bend those. Well, whenever you bend that wire in a sharp 90, what you're doing is you're making a weak spot in that wire. So whenever it comes in the package, it comes pretty flat like that. What I will do is I will take it apart to where it kind of sits like so, and then I just barely flex each arm out just a little bit. I want it to be fairly compact. I don't want them way away from each other. 2 reasons. One, this is more fishable. It hangs up a lot less. Comes through cover a little bit better when it's tighter together. Second thing, when they go after the back bait or one of the bottom baits, if they slap it and miss it, more times than not, this back bait or the other one, you're actually still going to hook that fish. A few quick little things that I do to the rig for me, just little tricks. One, and I don't have it set up on this one here, but I have it set up on my other ones because this one I just tied on in a hurry today. I will take an O-ring and slide it over top of this head. Now what that does is that allows me, when I'm not fishing this bait, to slide this O-ring down all the way to my swivels. And that makes it really handy for travel. Whenever I'm going across the lake, I don't have the whole bait sprawled out all over the place. So I can slide that O-ring down. And I leave that O-ring on there in this little area right here until I'm ready to store it, and then I slide it down. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're going to see if we can catch us a few. We're going to run over and fish some more riprap, maybe put a largemouth in the boat. See what we can do.
All right, guys. Well, we're out here fishing banks. We just caught a largie on a channel swing. So, guess we'll let the old sucker go. There you go.